what I want to go off of is obviously with every professor or teacher, they have teaching staff with them. And for you, I would say your colleagues end up being that teaching staff in this setting. So for you, what ultimately ends up being those lessons that you feel are necessary for others to learn? And how do you do it in an effective manner that everybody can understand it and actually acknowledge and comprehend it?
Well, thank you for the question. I've had 40 years in the classroom as a professor, so I think I've learned some things throughout that time. But one of the things that I learned right away when I came to Congress was that I could learn something from young folks who, for 40 years, they've been learning from me. And so you're right, they become your teachers. I'm not an expert on everything, but I do find that listening and having good staff who understand not only what they're doing, but who understand what we're trying to accomplish together. I've always considered myself to be a stakeholder representative, and I just believe that you have to know what your stakeholders want. You need to know what they need, and you need to stay in touch with them. Service is the rent we pay for living on this earth, and as an elected official for almost 40 years in local, state, and now federal at the federal level. I have found that it's just really important to not only stay in touch with the people and understand the people that you're representing, and to do right by them. Because if you don't do right by them, they're not going to do right by you.
To follow up on that, one of the big topics that we've seen is bipartisanship. And have you been able to see during your time so far cases and examples where you're learning from the other side and you're able to meet in the middle of the aisle?
Well, absolutely, I have. I mentioned the bipartisan HBCU caucus, which I co-founded when I came to Congress. French Hill and I have been partners. I've been to his district, met many of the professors and administrators there at the colleges. So that's good. I think you can do that. We also have another bipartisan caucus that I started with one of my Democrat colleagues to address the issues of Black maternal health. And we have a variety of colleagues in that caucus as well, because health is one of my H's. I have 4: health, higher education, hunger. And those things are just really important. But yes, it's an opportunity for me as an educator who taught for all those years to continue to learn and to do some teaching here as well.